Hello, ladies and gays, and welcome to another episode of the PipeBomb podcast. I'm Nick, and today we'll be covering all things that have been happening in WWE this week. But I'm not alone. I'm joined by James, and I'm also joined from across the pond, Sam. How's it going, guys?
Hey,
Hi.
hey.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you, darling?
I am ecstatic after especially what just happened.
Ooh, well, I wanted to talk about that towards the end, but since you're here, let's get right into it. What is this big news we've been promoting on Twitter all day?
Well, I've only popped on now because I'm going out shortly, but I've just finished a good 50-minute podcast with Alex Freaky from this year's Tough Enough.
Oh, wow, the Tough Enough contestant that just got eliminated on Tuesday.
He is the loveliest person you'll ever meet.
That is so cool. Congratulations, Sam, because I know that was because he was like your pick from the very beginning. So it's kind of funny how it all kind of fell into.
I know, right?
It fell right into my hands at the right time.
I
It was.
think that's so awesome. We had our first guest that's on TV on our show.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
It's gonna be awesome.
I think it's awesome. I can't wait to hear it, Sam. Thanks for doing that for us.
Oh my God! Do you want to give us a little tease, like a little bit of what he said or something that you could give the listeners?
I'll give you three things then. So the first one, he went in on Diana.
Oh yes, spill the tea.
He spoke about his personal life because there was a story that was leaked this week regarding his job. He spoke about it. And finally, he trying not to give too much away.
We'll leave it at that.
Just make sure you guys check it.
Oh, he showed me his study, so I've got some pictures that I took, and he's gonna.
Oh, there you go, Sam.
Mm-hmm. Well,
oh my God! So that will be coming out this weekend, right?
I think it'll be what's today? Yeah, this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, that's so exciting. Congratulations! I'm so happy because that's just like you said, James. That's our first kind of wrestling reality kind of star on our show. So
yeah, it's a big deal.
Well, you have a good show. I'm gonna jet.
All right, perfect.
Thanks, Sam.
All right, thank you. Bye.
That was cool.
I know. How cool is that going to be?
It is going to be cool. I can't wait to listen to this interview that Sam had with him. I think it's going to be interesting. And I also want to hear about what happened with his job, because I remember he mentioned that on Tough Enough before he got eliminated, saying that he got fired from his job.
I never heard any of that, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and listen.
I guess we're going to talk a little more about Alex when we get into Tough Enough, I guess.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But speaking of Tough Enough, I just want to thank the Tough Enough girls so much over the last week. Daria, Gigi, Amanda, and Gabby, they have been giving us so much support, retweeting our shows, even tweeting links out to our shows, and we just really appreciate that, Yeah, so I just thought that was so cool. Gabby tweeted at me after she listened to one of the shows. She's like, I fucking love you guys.
I saw that. It's pretty awesome that, they're so busy. They're filming a reality show, and then they take the time now to just hang out with us, listen to our show, and see what the fans are actually thinking. Because we are the voice of the fans.
Really, though, because we're fans ourselves. We're
Exactly.
big super fans.
So we are like the super fans. You know what I mean? So, and we do an hour and a half show dedicated on wrestling. So this is as big as a fan you can get.
Really, though.
But yeah, I just want to thank all the girls, like Gigi, Amanda, all of them, and I loved how they stepped up this competition this week on Tough Enough. I enjoyed this episode a little more than the first one, I gotta say.
I was gonna ask you because we were going to go the first topic today. We're going to talk about Tough Enough in the this week's episode because you said last week you weren't here for it, so I'm wondering, did the second episode
yeah
treat you a little better? Yeah,
it wasn't great, but it was good. It was a good, I get the format. I get it. Now I finally get it, because this is not your mama's Tough Enough, the ones that we grew up watching. This is something else. This is they mix in that reality. You know what it reminds me of? Honestly, it reminds me of The Challenge on MTV. the road rule versus real world challenge type of
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Yeah, because like they show them in the house a lot this season, and I understand like this season's very focused on personalities, and I really like what Sarah Lee said later in the show when she said that she's not going to change who she is just for TV time, which I can see is clearly what Diana's doing. She's being the controversial one to be on TV and blah blah blah. That's because obviously the producers are back there feeding them bullshit like. You gotta amp it up if you want to be noticed, and
Right, exactly. If you want to get those votes, you start arguments. And I
Yeah.
kind of did respect that about Sarah Lee, but at the same time, Paige did have a point. Like, we didn't see anything really from her from this episode.
Yeah,
Because she wasn't involved in any of those arguments. So.
exactly. But like that's where she gets faulted because you can be yourself, Sarah, and you can keep to yourself, but don't be a fly on the wall. Like, what did Paige call her, a lamp or something? I can't remember what it was. She called her furniture.
Forget.
Yeah, she called her and Amanda furniture. I didn't get it for Amanda as much, because I feel like Amanda is standing out. It's just that there's another blonde who's a complete bitch that overshadows Amanda.
And also at the same time, when that argument did come out, Daria really amped it up. She was going for Diana. So I felt like both Amanda and her, when Paige was kind of like, well, you're her sidekick. I don't really see that because I feel like Amanda has a personality of her own. But just when they were both together, Daria was really the one kind of digging that knife in, calling her Princess Diana. I loved it.
I mean, like, why are you gonna get mad? You should, girls, next week call her Dirty Diana. Let's see what she does.
Yeah, really though.
Princess Diana is that ain't not. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's a cute little nickname. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's pretty. She's this. Oh, let's call her a princess. Whatever, princess. And she acts like one, for God's sake. She's just, you know what? I wouldn't even call her a princess. She's just a bitch.
She's just Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana. She's just a mess.
You know something I wanted to ask you? With these girls calling her out on last week with her husband or her fiance or whatever, do you think that after listening to our show, they thought like, oh my god, yes, they're so right. Like, what is this girl doing here?
I feel like, yeah, they did listen to the show, but I feel like when she said it, they knew it too. They were like, what the fuck? That's just common sense. Like, really, bitch? So I don't think it's because we said it. I think like they, it's plain as day. Everybody says that shit. So, I don't know. But the thing with Diana is, this is where she's very complex and there's a different side of her. She does well on the challenges. She does well. But I can see when... Alright, here's the thing. Let's talk about the challenge.
Yeah, let's go into the challenge. So which challenge are you talking about?
I'm talking about the first challenge, the swimming challenge.
The swimming one with the gators and the snakes and everything.
Yeah, she had a leg up on the girls because she said that she did high school swimming and it was clear as day. The bitch was doing backstrokes on them. I was like, oh no, she did it. Drown, bitch.
She was impressive. I will give her that.
Yeah, so like she was so good that it makes you even hate her a little more. But like,
I know.
Kudos to you. Like the girl can put in work. I give her that. But it strips away from her. What did they say? Her locker room what is it? What do you call it?
Locker room mentality.
Yeah, like she's just a bitch and nobody likes her. Like you could be the best athlete in the world, but if you're a bitch, nobody's gonna want to work with you, sweetheart. So,
and you know what's interesting? With Daria calling her Princess Diana, and she got really mad. She's like, "Oh my god, stop calling me that! You called me that 4 times today." I'm just thinking, in the world of WWE, they rib them all the time, especially newbies. They give them so much grief. So if she can't handle being called Princess Diana, like, how can she even expect to be on a main roster, or hell, even in developmental? I really just don't see this girl here for wrestling. I see her here for this reality show. And I'm sorry, because as a super fan, I don't really want to see a girl like that. I'd like to see girls like Amanda or like Sarah Lee who actually do show passion for this, So, bye. I'm not here for it. And I hope she goes next week. Because, yeah, she did okay. But, yeah, it was a swimming challenge nonetheless.
Yeah.
It didn't really have anything to do with wrestling other than fear. But let's talk about poor Daria's fear when Billy Gunn made her cry for dropping the title down in the river.
I felt so bad.
Me too. Do you think he overreacted, or do you think he did that for good reason?
I think he did that just to, to let her know where she stands. You gotta humble them. He is their coach. They gotta respect him. And you know what? They have to learn the respect of carrying a WWE belt. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big deal. If they put this belt on you, which I can see, all right, it was a challenge. She was swimming in water. Nikki Bella is not swimming across the lake to go city to city with her Divas Championship. You know
Really
what I mean? Like, a lot of adrenaline is going on. They're swimming. She's trying to get to first place. So
there's alligators and snakes in there. Like, Good lord.
I think with Billy Gunn coming at her like that, I can feel like maybe that was a little bit more for TV. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know how Billy just knows. They know what to do, and then their coaches, like I'm sure, like football coaches, basketball coaches, they're yelling at their freaking
Well, they're
athletes.
trying to break them as
Yeah,
well
you
at the
got
same
it.
time. So, and I mean, unfortunately, it did break her because earlier on in the show, she's like, "I'm not like I'm the Jersey Devil. I don't really cry, but he got to me," and I've just felt so bad when they were boating away. She's just like trying to wipe the tears off. I was like, "Oh, girl."
It's okay. Next week, Daria, you're gonna come and you're just gonna smash. So
Exactly.
yeah, this is.
Any standouts for the guys that were doing that competition?
I want to mention Gigi real quick. I'm so happy that she got in second place. I thought that was cool. I do agree with her. I feel like Diana did run offshore. You know how she ran on the sand and then got into the water or the grass or
Yeah,
whatever.
she was running a lot, like the majority of the way in when people started swimming. So
Right.
yeah, she did have a little bit more of a chance, but yeah, good for Gigi. Like she's proving that she is one hell of an athlete, and
I love her.
she's really humble as well.
I
So I'm really
love
excited
her.
to see more of her.
She's my pick. She's my favorite. That's the girl I want to win, and it's
Hmm.
Gigi. But for the guys, ugh, it's so tough. Um, I can't even remember who won for the men.
Me neither.
Ooh, sorry guys, I don't remember.
We're more focused on the divas on our
Yeah,
show, so.
I don't remember, but I can say that I think it's Mata and Patrick. I mean, come on, you guys. You don't know how to swim? I live in the ocean. Well, maybe it's because I do live in the ocean state. Everybody knows how to fucking swim in Rhode Island. But I mean, like, you don't even know how to doggy paddle? Like, I don't. I'm not here for it when Patrick could have walked when Lita was like, stand up,
Oh
stand
my
up.
god, that was
And then
hilarious.
his tall ass just stands up and walks over. I was just like, really? Really. But I will say for the guys, you know what? As much shit he talks, I like Tanner and Josh. I like Tanner. Oh, is it? Yeah, Tanner. I almost called him
Yeah, I
Spencer.
thought you were gonna call him Spencer.
I like Tanner. I like him. I don't give a shit. He comes in, he talks his trash and he backs it up at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like him. I like him as an athlete, but maybe I don't like him as a person. Kind of like same with Diana.
Yeah.
I think they're good athletes, but they're just cocky.
Well, he's really cocky, but she's just more kind of
Yeah,
bitchy
she's
overall.
bitchy.
But yeah, I kind of like Patrick. Like he sucked in that
I like him.
competition, but you can really see his passion
You're
for the
right.
business when he's talking. Like when we get earlier on or later on in the show with Alex and him getting into their argument about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, let's just talk about it now. The argument that they had when they got back to the house. Alex was like, "You don't need to have knowledge of wrestling before coming in here. Knowledge is nothing." And Patrick was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "If you were to go into football, you would have to do history on the linebackers there." He's like, "No, you don't. No, you wouldn't." And it just made him look so stupid. I was just like, "What is this man saying?" I was a good lord. So I do like the passion of Patrick. But yeah, his swimming challenge, that was a mess. So, but I feel like wrestling challenges, I feel like he did really well in the second one. So I feel like if it's more centered around that, I'm just excited for when they're going to do promo classes. I feel like that should be a next challenge or an upcoming one because I feel like he would kill that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then when it comes to Alex's comment, I feel like that was the nail to your coffin. Like
It was,
you,
sadly.
you don't go on a wrestling show and tell wrestling fans that the history doesn't mean anything. That's the worst thing you could have ever said. He had his Cameron moment. Remember when Cameron said her favorite match was Alicia Fox? And
Yes.
like her favorite match, everybody was like, "What? Like, bitch, what?" He had a bitch what moment with saying that shit. I was just like, "Oh, goodbye. You're done. You are so done." Wrestling fans are so fucking loyal. They follow their faves. We go back from the history. We dig. We want to find out what happened in the past. Some of the stuff in the past is the best things they got.
Exactly.
And for you to sit there and tell me that that doesn't mean shit to become a superstar, you mean to tell me you don't need to know who Ric Flair is, you don't need to know who the Ultimate Warrior is, you don't need to know who Hulk Hogan is, Andre the Giant, Stone Cold. You mean to tell me you don't need to know who those guys are? Alex, have several seats in the dark and think about what you said. You are an idiot, and that's why you got sent home. I'm sorry, but You know, I'm sure he's a nice guy. Sam told us he's a nice guy. He had an interview with him. He's a nice guy. But that was just the stupidest comment I've ever heard in my life. Stupid.
Really, especially if you, I mean, even Daniel Bryan said it best towards the end. Like, he said, some guys come in here maybe not being a fan of or knowing the history, but when they do come in, they need to know that history because if you want to survive in this entertainment, you just need to know. It's common sense. Like, really, at the end of the day. I mean, even with wrestling fans, too, like, when you talk to certain wrestling fans, if they don't know their shit, like, you just can't take them as seriously.
Exactly. And we had that on our show. We had somebody on the show who didn't know the history of the Divas division, and I was just like, bye.
We were just flabbergasted.
Yeah, like, you're not qualified enough. You're almost not taken seriously. Like, what you have to say about wrestling is not valid, because it's like taking a test, but you didn't study for it. You're going to fail.
Exactly,
So,
and it's kind of like a wrestling fan resume, in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have that, all of the history down, I'm sorry, you're not going to qualify.
No, you're not. So, I hope if he decides to continue wrestling, he better go get on YouTube, get the WWE Network, and start watching some tapes and try to figure out what the fuck this business is about. I mean, like, when he first heard about Tough Enough, the first thing he should have did, since he doesn't know anything about WWE, he should have looked this all up and just, come on, the knowledge. It's fucking 2015. There's YouTube. It's at your fingertips. Everything you would have to know. And
there's no excuse for not researching, especially when he got signed on to Tough Enough. Like, then you would have thought, like, it was an example of that guy earlier on during the tryouts when he was like, "Oh, I don't know anything about this."
Yeah.
Like, she raked him a new one, so I just don't understand how that didn't come out with Alex during the tryouts. Because really, he did have a great look, and I'm sure he's a great guy. But there may have been another guy there that could have filled his role that had more passion about the business. If you think about it.
Maybe Alex was smart enough to keep his mouth shut about that until he got into the house.
Right.
So I can see that, but and then he just blew it. I guess in the heat of the argument, just to make. He tried to make Patrick look like the idiot when he looked like the idiot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe he got fucked up. I don't know. Maybe the cameras threw him off. He got nervous. He didn't know what he was saying. I don't know. That comment just blew my mind. I was like, what? You don't need to know who Macho Man is? You don't need to know.
Really, though?
I was like, what?
I lost all respect at that sense.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, other than that, well, let's move on to the second challenge. So when they had to take the back bump. First of all, I was really confused because Roman Reigns was the special guest this week. So they all went down to the ring. They seen him. It was funny, that Gigi moment. She's like, when I seen Roman.
I love that. She's so freaking cute, that girl.
She's gorgeous too.
Oh my god, I love her. And she's so soft-spoken. That's my favorite thing about her, is how soft-spoken and cute she is. She doesn't look like how she sounds. She looks like a sexy vixen, and then she sounds like the sweet girl next door.
I really hope, like, if she does win this or does get signed, she could, like, if they make her a heel, it would be interesting to see her, like, with that vixen kind of attitude. Because, like, with her look, like you said, she could pull it off. Oh my god.
Yeah. She just got to work on it, but the girl is gorge. I love her. And then when all the girls, it wasn't just Gigi, all the girls were like, Roman, oh my god, Roman. Gabby, what did Gabby say? She said something that
oh my god, she's like, oh my god, he made me wet.
Yeah, I was
I just got wet.
She was like, I swear to god, I just got wet. I was like, fucking Gabby. I love that, but you girls better watch out, because one of you guys,
you better watch your mouth.
You guys are gonna get picked. One of these girls are gonna be picked, and trust me, wrestling fans do not forget. We don't forget. So if any rumors pop up,
gifts nowadays.
Yes, we'd be like, remember when she said that she got wet? So blah blah blah. But girls, watch out. You guys better watch out, because you won't get any respect for hooking up with a superstar just coming in. So.
Oh, that is true. Yeah. It's kind of like the search rejects all over again.
Yeah, so you guys don't want to do that. That's not a cute look, because a lot of the divas from the Diva Search did that, and where are they now? Gone. Forgot about. So don't.
Really?
Stay focused and mess with somebody else that's not in the business yet. And then when you get comfortable and settle in, then you can go and explore. Okay?
Well, yeah, when you're on that roster.
Yeah, you're on the roster, you're established, we know who you are, we know what you're capable of, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody's business.
Really?
But yeah,
exactly.
I was confused too about that fucking challenge, Nick. With Bull Dempsey and Ty Dillinger. Like, what was going on with that?
Can you say that again? I didn't really hear you.
I said I was confused as well with the Bold Dempsey
Oh my
challenge.
god, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. So Roman introduces everybody and he's like, oh, are you guys prepared to slam your body out every single night for the fans? And he's like, are you guys even prepared to take a finisher from Bull Dempsey? So he goes off the top. First of all, I guess I haven't watched enough Bull Dempsey matches, but I didn't even know that was his finisher.
I didn't know that either.
No, so anyway, he squashes poor Ty Dillinger. The girls are terrified. Even the guys are terrified watching this. And then it's like, okay, let's do back bumps. So I'm like, oh, are they not taking that? Like, I knew it's really early on to take a move like that because of injury, but I was just really confused. I don't know if it was like a scare tactic or what.
Maybe it was an impact challenge, like how can you take in the impact of fall? Like, all right, Bull Dempsey's coming off from the top rope, boom, that's an impact, and them falling off the top rope is an impact. I don't know. This is me just trying to connect the dots. I don't.
It was
I don't know.
It
I don't
was,
get it.
I don't know, it was a little confusing. But Patrick did really well with just the standing bumping challenge. That's why I kind of gave him a little credit earlier. I feel like Billy Gunn was always like, nice, yeah, best one here so far. And which one of the girls did really well? Was it Gigi again?
Yeah, Gigi did an amazing back bump. She felt oh so gracefully, yet tough. She felt it wasn't an Eva Marie fall. It wasn't that kind of bump. But it was, she took a bump, and I was like, good on her, good job, girl. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so glad that she's doing well in this competition, and I really, really like her, and I think that she's going to be one of the finalists. I really believe that.
I think so too. I think she's really standing out too. Like she doesn't need to be loud and boisterous to stand out. It's just like she's very athletic, she's very humble and sweet and just like likable in a sense too. I feel like if she was ever down to the final three, if one of the judges didn't use their slip to take her off, the fans wouldn't vote her off.
I thought it was so funny because when Diana got up there and Billy Gunn asked her, oh, are you scared? And she said no. And I was like, this bitch ain't scared. She's just going to kill it. And then she stalled up there. And Gigi's like, finally, something this bitch isn't good at. I was like, for real. I phantom high-five Gigi. I was like, yes. I was like, thank God somebody. But, she didn't do so well in that challenge. So maybe we can see her weakness when it comes into the ring. Because anybody can, run or swim. So many people can do that. But not a lot of people can wrestle and take bumps.
Exactly.
So,
and she hesitated for so long. Yes, it was her first time taking a back bump off there, so I understand that. But could you imagine if she still had that fear, a hesitation during a match or anything like that? Like that's not gonna cut.
I know, but she did it. She did it. She didn't do it.
It took her 5 minutes, but she did it.
She didn't do it right, but she did it. She didn't quit, so I give her that. The girl is just a fucking rock, but I kind of want to throw her away. But
I do too.
She's solid, so.
And she survived the final three this week too.
I know.
You know what? I'm glad she was in that final three though, because I feel like she needed to be knocked off her pedestal.
But did she get the highest votes? I think she did.
Who was the other guy down in the bottom too?
It was Alex, Sarah, and Diana.
Daria?
No, it was Alex, who got eliminated.
Yeah.
And Diana and Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, I mean, it's kind of sad to say, but I kind of forgot about Sarah.
See, because the girl's cute. She's
cute. Just too quiet, though.
She is. She gotta. All right, Sarah. If you're gonna keep quiet and be cute, do well on the challenges, girl. You gotta do something. Cause I like her. I like Sarah. I think she got a great look, and I think that there's potential in her. But you got to do something, girl, because you're just gonna be forgot about. Like, but she has a lot of followers on Twitter and stuff like that. So she has supporters, but I don't think that's gonna be enough.
No, I don't know. I feel like we need to, we don't need to see bitchiness, but we need to see passion. And then, like you said, she needs to do at least good in the challenges, which she has, but she's just kind of in the middle, kind of like a floater.
Gotta show personality. WWE is all about personality. Wrestling is all about personality. That's just what it is.
Really, you could be the best worker, but really, if you don't have too much personality, you're not going to be given that many opportunities. Sad example, but Natalya, she's probably the greatest diva worker, but on the mic, that's where she's struggling a little bit, So
well, that's debatable because I think Natty's okay on the mic. A lot of people don't think
you're tripping, James.
Really, I think that's just the way she speaks. She's very. Cookie.
You know what? I don't think so. Because on Total Divas, she is so like how she's speaking. I know it's reality, but she's so more comfortable on front of the camera. Like I don't know what this girl does. It's kind of off topic now, but she has all these weird puns. I don't know if they're like family related or like I
I
have
don't
no
know. I
idea.
think it's part of her gimmick. Like she's like the kooky girl. I don't want to call it the kooky granny, but she kind of reminds me of that.
The auntie of the Divas
Yeah,
division.
yeah. You know, she's a golden girl. I love my Natty. I don't
Oh,
know
I
why.
love Natty too. I wasn't throwing shade. I'm just saying.
Really, bitch? You could have fooled me. Oh, I want to talk about Total Divas before we get off, so please remind me.
Oh yes, okay. Well, I guess after Tough Enough, we'll go right into Total Divas.
Alright.
So yeah, other in the competition, some of the back bumps. Yeti, good grief!
Oh.
When Billy Gunn was like, "Oh God, I wouldn't want him jumping down on me."
I was so over the editing, how they made the building shake and everything. I was just like,
Oh my
really?
God, yes.
Really? But, oh, I have a little insider on the Yeti. Apparently, it's been reported that he's Vince McMahon's favorite. So,
Of course.
of course. But, like, I like him. I like the guy. I think he has a great look. He's hot. Like, I'll say it. Gigi, he got me wet. But, no, Gabby, sorry. But, I think he's attractive. He got a good look. It's marketable. And he just got to learn how to wrestle. And then he's good to go. He has personality. I don't know what Paige was talking about saying that he didn't. I feel like he has personality. Like,
I think he's just kind of douchey, like from what I've seen.
but like the douchiness kind of works for me, you know. It could, I don't know. Maybe I like assholes.
You like that bad boy.
Yeah, I do. I'll admit it. I always like assholes. Trust. That's why I'm still single. But I think he's a good pick to win. I think he's gonna make it far if he picks up the ball a little bit. You know what I mean? He got to step it up a bit.
He does need to step it up. He's so big that I said it last week. I'm just not a big fan of the big wrestlers, the big tall guys, because they're just so slow in the ring. Like, I mean, and he's so new, so it's going to take a while. Like, but I mean, some big guys surprises they can move really quickly. So I'm just hoping. If he does, I don't know. Out of the guys, I don't think he'll win. I feel like he'll go down maybe final like 4, but other than that,
I think he's the type to progress through the competition. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna grow into some. You know, like I can see like he can lose a little bit of weight. You know, and I feel like once he tones up a bit, he'll be lighter on his feet. He'll be quicker, and you know all the workouts that they're doing and stuff like that is just gonna benefit him. So I feel like he's in a good position right now. He just needs to work, just I don't know, like 2 steps ahead. He needs to pick up a little faster for me.
Right? That's yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but I like him. I would never vote him out if he's down on the bottom. He got my vote, unless he's up against Gigi. So.
Yeah, in that case, boy, bye.
For real.
Well, any other guys you want to mention? ZZ. What do you think of ZZ this episode?
I think ZZ is fucking hilarious.
Me too.
What did he say? Something about women. He's like, women are like pies, and when they're cool, they're nice, and when they're hot, they burn.
yeah. It's like when they're hot, they burn, so you gotta let it cool down.
I was like, oh my god, he reminds me of fucking Michael Haynes, but. I like ZZ. I don't think he's gonna win, but the fans love the guy. He has great personality, and I almost feel like they should have signed him right away and give him a developmental deal instead of putting him on Tough Enough. You know what I mean? And have somebody else in that position.
To be honest, though, I do think they will offer him a contract if he doesn't win. Just because I feel like Triple H is loving him right now. Like, must think he's so hilarious.
Oh, he's so funny,
and he's so young too. He's only 19.
And you know what? So, I get like how the judges put him on the spot like that during the live eliminations, and he thought on his squeaks on his feet so fast like that to come up with such a funny little phrase like that. I was like, look at this guy. This guy is gold. He's funny.
He's charming in a sense too. It's so funny because when I first looked at him, I'm like, oh good god, like what is this guy gonna be like? But he's really funny. He could be, like you said the other week, he could be a great heel. He could be a funny face, like a comedy role. Like he's so versatile. So I feel like he like I said, if he doesn't win, he'll potentially get signed.
I think so. But what I will say is, ZZ, come here, boo. Don't listen to that poison Diana's whispering in your ears, please.
Oh my god, that witch.
She's like, go in their room and fart and burp in there. I was like, why don't you just go home, bitch? I'm so over you. I miss Ashley. I wish Ashley was here instead of that freaking troll. But, ZZ, don't, please. Stay focused. No,
ZZ's just being too sweet because
he
I mean
is.
she's a pretty girl and
I
she's
know.
just trying to talk to him, and I mean that was sweet of him to switch beds with her.
I feel like
But yeah,
she. I
what a
feel like.
bitch though.
I feel like Diana knows that. She knows that she could take advantage of ZZ. That's why she targeted him to
Right.
switch rooms than anybody else because she sees, oh, he's easygoing, he's laid back, blah blah blah. He wouldn't have a problem, and I got these big boobs and this blonde hair. I'm like, girl, bye. I'm not here for it. She's the only one that I just can't deal. I swear, when she gets kicked off, we are gonna celebrate.
We're gonna have a little party.
We will TPP party.
And you know something? No shade, but I thought originally in this season that Gabby was going to be portrayed as the real bitchy one of the season, and all of the fans would be against her. But Diana's just pulled a whole new one.
See, this is where people get mistaken of being a bitch and being real. You know what I mean? And Gabby falls right in that line. She's real. She's right off the tongue. Whatever's on her mind, she has no filter. She kind of reminds me of Brandy Glanville. She'll say what the fuck is on her mind, and that's it, and keep it moving. She doesn't complain, but she will put you together. So I like that about Gigi.
Or Gabby. I like that too.
So I feel like people got it confused where it's like you're being real to like you're being real. You're saying what you gotta say, and to being a bitch. Like Diana's a bitch, and I feel like Gabby's real. That's just my opinion. That's how I view her as. And then you have the language barrier because she is Brazilian, so she has to think in her native tongue and then translate it in English. You know, so people might get that as shade when she stops for a minute and thinks like. You know, when you look at blah blah blah, because my mom speaks another language, but I asked when they was like, "Mom, do you think in Creole or do you think in English?" She's like, "I think in Creole." And then I stop for a minute, and then I'll say it in English. So I feel like I feel like that's why she's kind of portrayed as a bitch because she'll stall for a bit before she answers a question. I don't know. I'm just right,
and really, we don't. I mean, her English is good, but we don't know how much English she's really taken. So it's like she could just be. I'm sure the cuff. She's just really blunt as well. Yeah, and you know what? I like that about her.
I love it. I don't want no fake bitch. I don't want another Diana.
But what did you think about her and Diana? Diana approaching her and be like, "Nobody likes you, but nobody likes me. So could we be allies?" And she was like, "You know what? I don't like her, and I do not forgive her. But
I keep my enemies close." So
yeah. Do you think that was a wise choice by her?
See, it's kind of tough. I feel like Diana's going to overshadow her. And I feel like Gabby should stay in her own lane and keep doing what she was doing. I don't want her to fall with that bitch. Nobody likes her. So you hang around trash, you're going to start smelling like it.
Exactly. Just like Alexa Bliss says.
Yes. That dumb stuff.
But yeah. Other than that, any final thoughts of Top Enough? Like, towards the end of the elimination, was there any major stuff that came in? Because I watched it a couple days ago. I thought it was a better episode than the first one, but I'm just trying to remember towards the end.
I agree with you. I think it was. I thought it was a good episode this week. I feel like the right person got sent home, especially after that comment.
Yes.
But it was a step up from last week, a big time step up. There was less cattiness, you know what I mean? Especially from the guys. The guys, oh my god, that first episode, we dragged those guys. I feel like they got it together this week. They were like, alright, let's not bitch as much, guys. Let's get the job done. But I will say Tanner and Spencer almost getting into that physical fight when they were like shoving each other. Did you see that?
Tanner and Spencer.
I mean, Josh.
Isn't that the same one you thought?
Josh and Spencer. When they got into that shoving match.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Because Josh claimed that he was cheating. And I was like, Josh, how did he cheat? And then he was like, oh, well, he ran on the grass. And then when they showed that replay, I saw Tanner right behind Diana running on the fucking grass. And I was like, oh, I see. They should explain the rules a little better for them, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
it's true. But I think they kind of left it kind of in open air so people could be like, oh, you cheated.
I know. I don't know. They're so like on each other this season. It's crazy.
I feel like it's these people went back to high school mentality because they're just so like immature in a sense in the arguments and I feel that's kind of why Sarah Lee isn't really haven't seen too much of her because she's just not involved in this drama. She's just like, I'm here for the competition.
Isn't she the youngest too?
Oh, I don't know. She looks the youngest. She looks really, really young. I think she's probably only like 20, 21 or something And
Wow.
so,
I don't know. I'm excited for next week. I feel like this episode was good. They're going on a good place. I feel like it was great. There was less Jericho and Renee. All that live talk, it kind of gets annoying. It kind of breaks off the show for me, throws
mhm.
me off when they. I feel like they should only get to the live show in the beginning and at the end. No mid, no mid episode. I don't want to see you until later. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. And to be honest, I'm kind of like, Jericho's okay, but he's been kind of cheesy in a sense. Like, I want to see more of Renee, and from this episode, really, the only thing they got her to do was just the rules of how to vote.
I know. I agree with that. But
I want to see a bit more Renee.
And Paige is so vicious on that freaking piano.
When she brought up Sarah and Amanda and said, "Now get off my stage,"
I was like, "Woo, woo, woo!" But Paige has every right to speak to them like that. Paige has accomplished. This girl's been in this business for over 10 years.
Yes,
So,
I mean, don't take her age lightly. Like,
I know. So the girl knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's talking about.
To be honest, she's a veteran in a sense. Like,
no, she is a veteran. Like, it is.
Maybe not a WWE veteran yet.
Right. But she still knows what she's doing. She's like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens came in knowing exactly what he's doing. And he's saying that he's a 15-year veteran. Just because they didn't do it in WWE doesn't mean that they don't have that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Alex.
Yeah, Alex. All right, so any final thoughts on Tough Enough?
No, it was good. Good luck to the girls. Thank you guys so much for all the tweets and the retweets. We really appreciate it. You guys don't understand how much we appreciate it. And I want to thank Alex for doing that interview with Sammy. I thought that was great. Very nice of him. I'm sure he's a nice guy. But that comment, can't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and just for future reference, I don't want to wish any of these girls to be eliminated, but unfortunately some of them do. So if any of the girls are listening, and unfortunately, if they do get eliminated or cut, we would love to have another sit-down interview. And it's just a great way to reach out to the fans, because a lot of the listeners do follow us on Twitter and probably follow them on Twitter as well. So
it would be a fun way. You know what? Just come, sit down, and talk to us. That's it. Have a conversation. That's all it is. This is me and Nikki. We sit down. We're talking about the show. It's a conversation. So it would be fun to actually have a conversation with somebody who is actually on the show. I think it would be great. It would be a different outlook. And I would love to get one of the girls on the show. Love to get one of them. Diana, you are welcome to, honey, but I will keep it real with you.
We'll keep her. I don't know. I feel like she would. She'd be like, "Oh, my Skype's acting up."
Skype? What's Skype?
Oh, that is so funny. All right, let's move on to Total Divas, like you said. What did you want to talk about Total Divas?
Well, E! aired a 30-minute sneak peek of... Well, it wasn't 30 minutes. They aired...
30 minutes?
Well, it was a 30-minute block period, and they showed 2 of their new shows coming up, and Total Divas was one of them. So they showed us a good 15 minutes of the Total Divas preview, and I will say that I was thoroughly entertained the first 15 minutes.
Oh, wow, I haven't seen this yet.
Oh, my God. It was so good. The divas are plotting. It's so funny. They're plotting on Nikki Bella's demise when she leaves. So they're all sitting down for lunch, and they're talking about, oh, so I heard that Nikki and Brie might be leaving soon, blah, 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 blah. So they're all talking about new gimmicks they're going to try, and Natty's talking about this new dominatrix gimmick she wants to try out, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it really pieced the puzzle where Natty's new outfit came out. How, you know what it is? Because Natty really explained it on the show how she wants. Because they were like, this is PG, but Natty's like, I want to do it slow. I want to ease them into it, blah, 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 blah. I thought it was a cool way to see where the idea came from that outfit. Because she just popped out of nowhere with it. I was like, damn, girl. And I remember you, Nikki, like, what is this? 50 Shades of Grey. But whatever. And then Nikki Bella and Brie come in, and then they all stop talking, and then Nikki's like, oh, what are you girls talking about, or whatever. So they start talking. Somebody brought it up, and Nikki's like, yeah, well, where's the... Alicia Fox just cuts off Nikki Bella and starts talking, well, I want to try this and that and that. So Nikki gave Alicia a dirty ass look, and then after brunch she was just like, I don't want to do diva brunches anymore. They're already ready for us to leave, and blah blah. Nikki was just bitching about it,
chirping them afterwards.
And then they started talking shit about Eva Marie and all that, Eva in her training. It was just good. So everybody just check it out. Total Diva starts next week on the 7th. I'm really excited to see it this season. I really am.
I'm really excited too, and I love that. Like, you know what, Total Divas, I think maybe the first season, second season, it was really centered around the relationships, but I love when the divas get with each other. Because at the end of the day, like, these women are all fighting for a certain spot on the roster to be a champion, to even get airtime, so they're so catty with each other, yet so, like, fake to each other when they're in front of each other, so I don't know, I'm just so excited to see this.
Yeah, and it was awesome because you got to see like the Bellas shit talking to divas on their way out, which they usually do. Come on, let's be obvious. Sisters gossip. Me and my sister talk shit about the whole world. But you know who else made a cameo that was hilarious? Summer Rae. Summer Rae was there. She took a selfie with Natty backstage, and she's like, "Ew." She looks at the picture. She's like, "Ew, delete it." And then she walks away, and Natty's like, "I'm gonna post it because Summer looks ugly." I started dying. So it's fun. This season, I can't say the first 15 minutes was fun. So it just sets up the whole season. So I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'll have to check it out. Is this the first, like, is this 15 minutes of the first episode, do you think?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Oh my god, I'm so excited about that. So yeah, any mentions about Total Divas? We know all the divas are plotting against Eva, but it's interesting to hear about them all talking about when the Bellas leave, because we talk about that every week, so.
Yeah, apparently, like, the Bellas, I think that, I think the Bellas re-signed for 1 year. I really do. I think if they place that 1 year after the season of Total Divas, they will wrap up the active diva role, but I think they'll still be on the reality show, and they'll just be filmed separately. Or they might get a spin-off and have.
I think they'll get their own spin-off together.
Yeah, I think that's more accurate. I think that makes more sense for the Bellas to get their own reality show. Oh, and a side note, Kelly Kelly is working on her reality show that's going to debut, I believe, late August. It's called Wives and Girlfriends of Athletes. So they have a...
Great title.
I know. Well, thank God he thought about it. Because, sometimes they have basketball wives, and half of them are not even wives. It's ridiculous. Or they can have jump-offs, or baby mama. Let's do something like that. But anyways, Kelly, freaking beautiful. She's one of the most beautiful women on this show. She has two best friends on the show, who, I don't know if they're best friends, but the other girls that she hangs out with, they're like Instagram models, kind of like they're the ones that like companies will send them stuff and they'll model it for them on the Instagram. But and they're cousins, very beautiful women. And Kelly hangs out with them. And I believe Kelly is married to a hockey player, and they have somebody who's married to a basketball player, another one dating a football player, another one baseball player. So it's all different sports, and they all come together for this one show. And Kelly is the only blonde, beautiful girl on the show. So, well, they're all beautiful, but Kelly's like the Barbie blonde. So I'm excited.
Right, she's the standout.
Yes, and they keep her in the middle. When they took the cast photo, Kelly's in the middle. She looks gorgeous. So follow Kelly on Instagram so you can find out a little more about her new project. And I'm excited to see it. It's going to be coming out on E as well.
Oh my god, good for her. And I think that kind of makes sense with remember when her and Maurice were being filmed around WrestleMania time at the Comic-Cons?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Maurice is probably going to make a little side appearance on the show.
Oh, for sure. I think she's going to do more than one. You know how when you sent me that the wrestling fest that was in my area?
Yes.
With Kelly? I heard that the camera crew for her reality show was there as well. They were filming.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, they were filming for the show. So I guess she's going to all these like events with her camera crew. And I guess when she hangs out with Maurice, when we see pictures of her and Maurice like on Twitter when they go out for dinner, I'm sure the camera's following her because they are filming. So
that is so exciting. I'm excited to see it. I mean, Kelly, she's a beautiful girl. I wasn't the biggest fan of her wrestling, but other than that, I'm excited for her. I did see a lot of her Instagram photos of her behind the green screens, and I was just wondering, I'm like, she going on Total Divas? Like, what's going on with her? But I'm really excited to see what's going to go forward with her.
Yeah, I've always been a Kelly fan. I love her. A lot of people, it's very controversial, but I like Kelly. I like her. She was a good diva. A good diva. You heard me?
Yeah.
Good.
I would say a decent diva, except she was one of the most over baby faces.
That's why I say
during her time.
Something worked for her.
But let's go on to Raw, because I think one of the most over blonde baby faces of this era is going to become Lana. So the Ravishing Russian had a segment on Raw with Dolph Ziggler. They established that they are now in a relationship. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, couple smooches. I'm like, oh, here we go. The hair's down, and not fully down yet. I feel like she's slowly going to transition to all of it.
I like that they're easing us into it.
Rusev's music hits. He comes out. Summer Rae as well, slay it. I loved her slow little sassy walk down to the ring. Rusev's just like, I know I don't need you anymore. They were getting in each other's space. Dolph Ziggler told him off. Can't talk to my girlfriend like that. And Summer and Lana just kept staring at each other, and I'm like, okay, let's get something. Let's get something. And once Rusev was leaving, I'm like, oh my god, they just gonna leave it like that? But no. Summer took that mic and just read Lana a new one. She's like, you know something I really hate? A gold digger. Oh my god, I called her a phony, and Lana's mannerisms throughout all this as well. She was just like so on point with it, just looking her up and down. She's like, who is this woman? This trash. And Summer's slap, I loved it towards the end. She little smirk she does, and just like a full on slap. Lana sold it for days, the crowd ate it up, and Lana just took her down. It was like we went back to the Attitude Era. I thought I was looking for Joey Styles to yell catfight. Like, this was insane. I loved it. These are two of my favorite main roster divas, and I'm just really excited that we actually got Summer Rae doing something, and for Summer to be the first diva for Lana to be involved with. Because we were all talking about it a couple months ago, just wondering who's the first diva. Everybody was worried it was going to be Brie, if it was going to be Bryan and Brie versus Rusev and Lana, but I'm really happy with this transition with Summer because it gives her something to do, and we've said it before, she is best when she is with a guy.
I think Summer is fully capable of carrying herself in this storyline. She's done it before, and she's done it flawlessly. But working with, I'm so, like, I gotta clap for WWE for putting these two together. Like, these are the two divas that they have in the roster with the most personality. Like, Lana has, like, a big personality. She can act. She's just on point. Summer Rae is, like, their best bitch. Summer can talk so much shit, it's not even funny. And the way that she came out and just cut Lana down like that, I loved it. And like you said, the mannerism from Lana was perfect. I love that slap. The slap was everything.
I loved Lana selling this slap, holding her face, and it really just kind of showed she's not a wrestler. Like, she's not used to getting hit.
That was the first time Lana got hit. And I liked how she was so shocked and, like, she let us all soak it in for a minute. Oh my god, Lana just got hit, you know what I mean? Well, she got knocked off the apron here and there, but this is the first time that she physically got smacked in the face, and she was meant to be smacked in the face. And you know what's funny? Because through my years of watching wrestler and knowing the history, Alex, I noticed that when Summer came out, that's when I started looking at their shoes. Because if a diva has their ankles like kind of like buttoned up, protected, because Lana had her ankle, she had like a strap over her ankles on her shoes, and so did Summer Rae, so they don't break an ankle wrestling in heels or heels. So when I saw Summer come out with her shoes, and then I quickly looked at Summer's shoes again, I was like, they're gonna get physical. I had a feeling. I was like, because of the shoes, it always gives it away for me. So that's a cool little insight for people to look out for if you want to see if two divas are going to catfight it out or something.
Okay, because I was looking at the outfits, and I'm like, oh god, if these girls go, like, something's falling out.
It's always the shoes.
But yeah, I was actually honestly surprised they did fight in those outfits. Because, I mean, Lana doesn't have any pants or anything like that, and Summer usually wears kind of more revealing clothes. But I was like, damn, girls, like, Lana's panties were showing.
Well, those were shorts. She was wearing shorts on the white dress, and I'm sure Summer was wearing shorts too. They're very well prepared on their outfits.
Oh yes, it was a great cat fight though.
And you know what they always say in the Divas division: double-sided tape.
Yes, you can ask Brie.
Yes, they say it saves their lives. But that was so gold. Like it's gonna be a memorable moment. It was just so fun. It was a fun cat fight, and I can't wait for more. But
I'm really excited too.
What
were you gonna say?
How do you want to see the storyline progress? Like, what would you like? Your fantasy booking, real quick.
Oh my goodness. To be honest, I would really like to see them draw this out to SummerSlam and have. Well, we talked about it a little bit before. How you said that Lana could come down and apologize for her actions, and that she's not used to this, and Summer to just keep instigating her, like, Rusev was so much better than you, like, look at yourself and then look at me kind of thing, and just, like, really get under her skin. I really want to see some cat fights, though. I don't want to see, like, next week we're going to get Lana versus Summer. Like, I really don't want to see it transitioning too quickly, and really even I don't want to see them have anything at Battleground except for a backstage cat fight. I feel like if we're not going to get one in the next couple of weeks, save that big cat fight for Battleground, have like a backstage interview or something, or one of the girls doing the makeup, and then just have it there and slowly build up for SummerSlam. Depending on when Rusev is able to wrestle, I'd like to see a mixed tag. That's what I feel like they're going to build for SummerSlam, but if not, Summer versus Lana at SummerSlam would be amazing.
You know what I think? I said that earlier about how I want Lana to come out and apologize, because you remember at the end of the cat fight, she was like fixing herself quickly, and she's like, "Oh my god," you know what I mean? She looked like
she was like mortified. She's like,
"Yeah, like I can't believe this bitch brought me to that level." You know what I mean? Like this bitch really tried it. And that, remember the week before, I was like, I want Lana to be like that type, like, oh this. Remember when we talked about how we think Summer's gonna come out? I thought Summer was gonna come out dressed like Lana or whatever, and then I think it was Sammy. Sammy said that maybe Lana will dress like Summer the week after. I was like, no, I want Lana to come out like, oh, this bitch tried it again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like somebody hold my earrings.
Yeah, like that. But I loved how Lana was like fixing herself. So next week, I would like Lana to come out and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't get physical. I never got into a fight like that. That was my first fight. I want to apologize to you guys for seeing me come out of character. And then Summer cuts her off, comes out, talks her shit again. You know, they don't have to get physical, because like too much can be too much. But you know, they can spread it out, like you said. Maybe at Battleground have a nice little cat fight, and then on Monday Night Raw build it up again after that cat fight when Lana's like, oh my gosh, she did it again. But this time I'm not gonna apologize, because the next time I see her, I'm gonna whip her ass. You know
yes, I really want to see towards, like, if she keeps being like, oh, I'm sorry, Summer comes out, just teases her. Yeah, maybe just gives her a slap and leaves the ring, so Lana doesn't like attack her again. So she like slaps her in the face, but she kind of takes it in a way. And Summer's like, yeah, that's what I thought, and like leaves. The next week or at Battleground or something, Lana gets her slap in. She's like, you know what? I'm not sorry for this. Big old slap to the face. I just feel like it'd be really great, and I'm really happy that the crowd is so invested in these two divas.
I mean, like, let's be honest, the star in that segment was Lana. She's been the star in Rusev's whole thing. You know what I mean? And Rusev is a star, and, you know, they're both just so good. These two have been booked to perfection the past year and a half, until the whole Summer WrestleMania John Cena debacle.
Yes.
But other than that, their booking has been on point. On freaking point. And whoever's running Rusev and Lana, I think it's Triple H, doing a hell of a job. And I'm so glad that they're finally pulling the shotgun with Lana and getting her more involved with the product and doing other things. Like, just exploring with her, seeing what else she can do. Because that cat fight was everything. Lana just kept going at her and go. And Summer was just selling it with the hair whips on the ground. I was loving it. I loved it. The girls did a great job. Great job.
And we were asking for a cat fight too.
I know. And we got it with Lana. I love
it. Speaking of some storylines that are a little dry, we have the Bella Twins have aligned themselves with Alicia Fox, which we talked about it. They look cute together, but and she had a match against Paige this week on Raw. It was a great match. There was little slow moments here throughout. The Bellas are just so annoying outside. Like, their commentary on the outside is so dry. They just repeat themselves. I'm just over it. But yeah, Paige picked up the win over Alicia. So I feel like that storyline, there's no depth to it. And I'm not here for it, especially after seeing what they're doing with Summer and Lana, and even the girls down in NXT. So I'm just like, I don't know. I could pass.
Right. I feel the match was amazing. Oh my god. That Divas match was good. I really, really liked that. I enjoyed it. The fans were behind it for the Divas. The fans were just here for the Divas on Monday Night Raw. But the thing is, like, I agree with you. The storyline is just so blah. Oh my god. Nikki, now she's a second rating Divas champion. Yeah, kudos to you, but you've had the driest reign ever.
Really, though, people say that AJ Lee had a dry reign. I'm like, come on now. Look at Nikki Bella.
Well, AJ's got a little dry, too. at some points, but like Nikki's is just it's just been like that the whole ride. Like she hasn't had one serious feud for that belt. Like somebody like really they had the Naomi thing with Naomi, but that was more focused toward geared towards Paige when Naomi turned into a heel.
Right, and she was just wanting the Divas title that Nikki just so happened to hold.
Right. So I feel that's why their booking is so ass backwards, and they don't even realize it. Like, are you kidding me? Was Brie was a? I mean, Nikki was a baby face at that time too, right? Wasn't she when that battle royal occurred? I think so.
Yeah, she was. Well, it was so weird because at WrestleMania they were heels against AJ and
Mm-hmm.
Paige, and then Naomi had her turn, and then they were focusing on Naomi being real mean and aggressive, and then the Bellas just happened to turn face again. And then once Paige came back, that's when the Bellas turned heel, or like tween eras. I don't know. Like their characters are so wishy washy. The only way I can really through it is by saying, okay, well, they're the total divas, so that's why they pander to the crowd and that they love their fans, but they're just bitches in real life, kind of thing.
See, now this is where they fucked up. All right, I think the Bellas were out for commentary when that battle royal occurred. Were they? I'm not sure, but if they wasn't, they should have been out there. Naomi should have went ahead and attacked Paige like she did, and then walk over to the announce table and just smack the shit out of Nikki Bella. That's the way they should have went with it. You know what I mean? And have Naomi focus on the belt. While Paige was out making that movie, then Paige could have came back and be like, "You took me out." You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
then get involved, and then they could have had that three-way like they did, and carry on. Then it would be at least an in-depth storyline for the Divas Championship, and give us some reason why Nikki doesn't like Brie and why Naomi doesn't like the Bella Twins right now. You know how now she's about to side with Paige and Paige against the Bella Twins. It's pretty obvious. So
Yeah, her and Tamina.
yeah, like, and then again, it could have been like Naomi forgiving, like Paige forgiving Naomi for what happened or whatever. Let's just get together and take out these bitches right now. You want the belt, and I want the belt. Let's just take them both out right now, and then we'll decide who's gonna. Like, there's so many ways they could have went with this, but they just don't give a shit about the Divas on the main.
They don't. How do you think Naomi and Tamina are going to be, like, align themselves with Paige? Like, do you think we'll get a backstage segment like that? Like, okay, listen, I know we don't like each other, but we really don't like the Bellas more, so they've both been bothering us for the past several months. Let's just team together, get them out of the way, and then you and I could go for the title, kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like to have like a dialect. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, yeah, something.
Yeah, but they won't. I think what's gonna happen is the Bellas are just gonna jump Paige, and then Tamina and Naomi are gonna run out and help her. You already
Oh
know
my
they're gonna
God.
try to fit it in 4 minutes. So I really don't care. I really don't care about the title. I don't care if Nikki passes AJ's title reign. I don't care. I'm not invested. I'm more focused on my girls Sasha and Charlotte down at NXT. I don't care.
Really though. Let's talk about NXT now, because the Beast in the East from Tokyo, Japan, is this Saturday, 5:30 in the morning for me. I think it's the same for you, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really excited for it. So Finn Balor will be going up against Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship, and right away, let's talk about NXT. These Finn Balor specials.
Oh.
The past several weeks, I didn't see the first one. I still haven't caught the first one yet, but I've seen last week's, and I've just seen this week's too. And this week's, like, I loved it. I just wanted to get your thought on it, because I know Balor's one of your favorites down in NXT. So.
Love him. He's definitely one of my favorites, and he's grown to become one of my favorite superstars next to Bray Wyatt and Rusev, because everybody knows I love Rusev and Bray. But what I will say is with Balor, you haven't seen the first one. Well, I have good news for you. Today on the network, I believe at 9:00, they're gonna put it. They're gonna post it at its whole entirety. So you're gonna get the first part, second part, and the third part. So you're gonna have all of it.
I better go watch that.
Yeah, amazing. And you know what? I freaking love the NXT production team. I love them. I want to pat them all on the ass. Line up and I'll smack them all. I like the way that they filmed that documentary. Like, the cinematography was on point. I love how they got all his house shows in there. They got his indie stuff. And then when he talked about his fan art, which I love fan art. I mean, who doesn't like fan art? One of our very own Josh does fan art, and he does a great job. He did a nice Sasha Banks one. Remember that one? Even
Yeah,
Sasha,
a couple months
Sasha
ago, I think she
retweeted it.
retweeted it.
Yeah, she did. It was amazing. I love that stuff. And to hear that that's where he gets his inspiration from when he goes to come up with ideas for his demon, I was like, how cool. I was like, with him saying that, he's going to get more fan art. More people are going to come out and draw stuff because they want to see him incorporate one of their designs. I was just like, oh my god, Finn, you are freaking awesome. I love this guy. I feel like they're grooming him to take that belt away from Owens, and I feel like it's gonna happen this Saturday morning at Beast in the East or some shit like that. I think.
Yeah, Beast in the East.
Oh, for sure, Finn is walking away champion because Owens is ready, main roster ready. He's ready to go on, take that U.S. title from Cena. I definitely see that happening, and I think he's gonna win this weekend. I really do. I'm here for Finn.
I'm really excited to see his face paint or what he's going to do Saturday because I really thought it was cool because the last couple times we're like, he's changed it. It looks really badass still, but he hasn't changed the colors at all, or he hasn't really done anything for it. And I like how he mentioned that he wants to keep it similar in a sense to when they first remembered with the black and the white and the red, but he's just incorporating little bits with the Eye of Valor in the last one. So I can't wait to see what he's going to do this Saturday.
He's very careful at changing it. He's going to change it little by little.
Yeah, he's very very meticulous in when he wants to play all this out. Yeah.
And you know what? I think that's so smart because then again, it's a marketing plan. You know what I mean? He got to sell merch. If he keeps changing different outfits, merch can't keep up with that. You know what I mean? So I can see why. I definitely hear WWE in his ear with the whole gimmick thing because they definitely have a say on this shit. You know what I mean? Because they're making money off of it. They're already selling his merch. The face thing. What did they put it on a scarf or something that people wear over their faces?
I think so. And on his T-shirt, it's like his face on it with the red face paint. So
yeah, and you know what? He is gonna be so big. It's not even freaking funny. He's gonna go over the moon, and not even he's gonna be big. And it's so nice that we get to see the start of it. And I also liked how he said in the documentary that every place he's been, when he left it better. And he wants to leave WWE better once his career is set and done. And I feel like he has so many memorable moments that are about to come that I can see it in my crystal ball. It's crazy.
I can easily see him being a Money in the Bank, Intercontinental Champion. I mean, eventually WWE Champion for sure. But his entrances, his first WrestleMania entrance, that in itself will be a moment. You know, I cannot wait to see just what they'll do with him. He's a great face. He could be one of the most over baby faces, but at the same time, I think he could be a amazing heel as well with this gimmick and this inner demon and this rage and stuff. I just feel like he's so versatile like some of the other wrestlers I mentioned before. So yeah, Finn Balor is probably Tyler Breeze is my favorite NXT guy, but Finn is definitely up there as well.
Have you ever seen his heel work in the indie scene?
No, to be honest, I haven't really watched too much of his indie work. I do mean to go back and watch. He had a match with King Ricochet, which is Prince Puma from Lucha, and also King Ricochet versus Kevin Owens is something that I want to go see as well too. So I have to do my history. I have to do my research.
Okay, Alex, you better hurry up. No, but he's a phenomenal worker, and the whole Bullet Club thing, that was all him and everything. He has a great mind for this business, a very good mind for it, and he's fairly young. He's just he has so much to do with WWE, and he hasn't even scratched the surface yet, and he's killing it on NXT.
And he's humble about it too. He's I really liked how he said he's really quiet and a little bit shy at times too, but when he puts on that face paint and that makeup, it's just not for show. It's to really hype himself up and to change his personality, give himself confidence. And I was just like, that is so cool.
Remember when he said that in one of his I think it was on Jericho's podcast when he was talking about that, saying that he feels more confident in when he has that makeup on when he comes out for his entrance, because he kind of feels like it's kind of lacking when he comes out without it, because he loves the feeling that he gets when he's in that makeup. So I can see where the demon aspect comes out from, and it makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? It's just that extra pep in his step. I don't know. He's just gold. He's money. Like,
Yeah, I definitely agree.
ka-ching.
I definitely agree with you though. This Saturday, he's walking out NXT champion out of Japan,
Oh,
and how cool that's going to be a moment for him too. Like, how cool is that going to be to where he started his career in a sense and really established himself to now coming back and with WWE, seeing all of his friends in front of his friends and becoming champion. Like, oh my god, like a dream come true.
Yeah, it's a storybook ending. It's the best. So I wish you luck, Finn.
I definitely.
I wish him a healthy ass career with all those crazy moves he does. I wish him a healthy career because that's one of the things that kind of fear me with these NXT guys. I'm starting to notice a lot of them get injured quickly. So
Because their moves are so fast paced and fast impact.
Oh, they are hard hitting, and I just be careful. That's all I gotta say. Just be careful.
Oh, let's make a quick mention about Becky Lynch in the last promos as well. There too, she was like emotional in the first one. She even got emotional on this one too, towards the end about him. And I'm just I like seeing her and him just at the Performance Center talking and laughing. And I'm like, guys, get together! Like, you guys are the cutest little couple.
They really are. Remember when I was asking you in the chat? I was like, "Oh my god, Finn is so cute. I don't know why none of these divas are after him." But I was like, "Who do you think would?" And we were just thinking, and then someone mentioned Becky, and I was like, "Yeah, I think it was you."
I think it was me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yes." I was like, I would love that. Not on TV, guys. Not on TV.
No. Just real life.
Yeah, we're talking about like real life. And I was like, because they're both so sweet, and like the way that she talks about him, she has that twinkle in her eye, and then she gets emotional. I'm like, all right, you ain't fooling me. So, no, who knows? Maybe they are just truly good friends, but that's just me. I would love to see. I mean, who knows? Becky probably has a boyfriend for all we know.
Who knows? You know what? I just found out the other day that Adrian Neville got married.
I know. I saw that too. His wife is so cute. So
I know. His wife is beautiful.
Congratulations, Adrian Neville. He's another one who's been doing big things. I saw on Monday Night Raw they have a new little comic book illustration thing of him. They're trying to pin him as that superhero gimmick, and you know what? I like it. Like, usually I'm like, that's corny shit, but I like comics. I like stuff like that. I like superheroes. So I was like, I like this shit. Like,
I like it too. Like how he's like the man gravity forgot. Like they can't get too cheesy with it because he's not. I don't really want to see him acting out as like the Hurricane. You know what I mean?
No
like
way.
that kind of superhero. I just like how athletic he is. But he's another one that needs to watch out for injuries because it's some of the moves he does. I'm like, oh my god, how are you still moving?
You know what would be cool? You know when Marvel starts, they show that flickery thing with all the comics and stuff like that. Wouldn't that be so cool? Before his entrance, because they posted that new illustration of him, that artwork, and they have multiple of those flick by, and then all of a sudden his theme song hits, and then he comes out. I think that would be a perfect way to incorporate that superhero type of thing, because they posted that picture up with no meaning. They're just like, here's blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and I was like, okay, and then I had to rewind. I was like, wait, is this coming out or something? I was like, is this something WWE is releasing? I don't know. And then I got to thinking, I'm so glad you brought this up. Well, a perfect topic with Finn Balor and the artwork and stuff like that. WWE has a network. Why don't they come out with a comic, like a nice, like, remember Spider-Man action cartoon, like a Neville one and a Finn Balor one? Oh my god, the kids would lose their minds. WWE. Like,
can you imagine?
Oh my god, like I would lose my mind. I would watch it. I'm so into anime and superheroes. And
I am too. I'm a huge. Well, I have a Batman tattoo, so I'm a huge Batman fan. But I like it. Not so much like the corny, kind of cheesy Adam West style, but like real grungy, like kind of like the video games coming out. Off topic, but like Arkham Knight. Have you seen any of what they've showed of that?
The game came out for me. It's not out in Canada yet.
Oh yeah, it came out. I haven't. I'm waiting for the Xbox One.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so.
I know. I've seen just a little bit of somebody doing a playthrough of it, and I'm like, oh my god. That's what I eventually want to get done is a full Batman sleeve. But
that'd be awesome. I like that. I really really like that. That's awesome. But yeah, like think about it, like a nice cartoon like that. If they're gonna push him as a superhero thing, they gotta go all the way. And I feel like they're on the right step, showing us that little comic of him. I thought
Yes,
that
and I love your idea. I'm just keep thinking about it. The superhero little cartoon specials that they could put on the network. Like,
that
how
would be
cool would that be?
it would be so
Finn
cool.
Balor, Adrian Neville. Who else is a kid? Which diva would you choose? That's a good question to ask listeners too. Which diva would you choose to have for like the comic
Oh my
book
god!
character superhero?
I would probably
That's a
pick
tough one.
Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably. She has a unique look. With comics, it's always a distinctive, unique look.
You know who I would pick?
Who?
Eva Marie.
Really? That's interesting.
I feel like she would, because she has such a great look, and really, she doesn't need to act in it, obviously. So I just feel like she would be a really cool person, or even Charlotte, in a sense, like that kind of Wonder Woman type of look to her.
I don't know. I think I would. Eva Marie, I don't think she'd be believable. I like Eva, but I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't think she would be believable at all. But we got to talk about her in a minute. But I would say Paige. So you would go with Eva. I say Paige. What about listeners? Let us know in the comments or tweet it to us. Let us know.
Yeah, just let us know, because that'd be so cool. And I love how we're on like total opposites of the spectrum with our diva choices too.
Yeah. Oh well, that's what this show is about. We can't always agree.
Exactly. But speaking of the NXT divas and just Becky Lynch earlier, she had a little backstage interview. Well, she was back in the doctor's office. Devin Taylor's been all over the show tonight, so she was.
She's working.
She was getting her coin.
Working girl.
So she went and asked Becky where she's been after her match at TakeOver, and she said she, even though she was working through it for a couple weeks, she's suffered a minor hip flexor injury, so that will take a couple weeks. And I asked Mitchell about it. He's in school to become a nurse, so I was like, how long is that? Like, is that real serious or anything? Because I'm not too familiar. Whenever they tell these injuries, I'm just like, oh god, that sounds painful. But he said it's just a muscle related injury, so there's no like bones or anything like that. So he said she just needs to like ease up on it and just take time to recover. So it's probably legit only going to take about 3 to 4 weeks. So
probably she'll be back at the next taping.
For sure. And I like how she did like kind of keep us going. You know what? When she's coming back, she's going for that NXT Women's Championship.
So my question: Do you think, because a lot of people are betting that Dana Brooks is going to take that belt off Sasha soon.
What?
I know, but
who's been saying that?
That's what I've been reading on Twitter. A lot of people are thinking that it's going to be her. I don't know. These are just predictions. I saw some on because like I was watching. Also, it was on YouTube. I was watching like MVs, fan MVs. Music videos, and I was watching one of Dana Brooks, and a lot of them were in there saying that, I think it's going to be her that's going to take the title of Sasha, blah, 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 blah. All these people. So, I don't know. You know, no.
No, I'm sorry. She hasn't impressed me over the couple times, because I wasn't a fan of her, but now I'm slowly becoming one.
Right.
But to just throw that NXT Women's title on her, especially from Sasha, and just looking at the history of the divas who have held that, starting with Paige to Charlotte to Sasha, like, to Dana Brooke, it's just like, ugh. It's like, wait a second, who in WWE from the main roster has come down to write a segment here? Like, so yeah, I feel like eventually
it's gonna be Becky,
she'd be a great contender, but to take it off her, I think it's gonna be Becky.
Of course.
Or I'd love to see Bayley with it, but I don't know. There's just, like you said a couple months ago, and I'm thinking it too, there's part of me that thinks she just won't have it.
No, she's a great challenger for that belt. Perfect challenger.
You know who would be great to have this belt, honestly?
Who?
She hasn't really been given us much to work with, but Emma, since she's back down in NXT.
It would be a great way to do it, but I like her new theme song. Oh, let's get to the match.
Well, yeah, let's go right into it. So Emma had a match with Carmella. Emma came down, new theme song, new outfit with Dana Brooke. So yeah, what do you think of her theme?
I love the theme. I fucking love it. I was like, wow. I was like, yes. Why? You don't like it?
I think it'll have to grow on me. I don't hate it, but I don't know.
I like it better than the last one.
Oh yeah, the last one was just random.
Yeah.
But I like how she kind of has her old theme, but it just doesn't sound very heelish to me so far. So I'm like,
I don't think it's the theme. I think it's Emma that doesn't come off very heelish.
That's it. Like, I was watching that match. Carmella came out. She looked great. I loved her little outfit.
Yes,
Looks super
loved it.
cute. And she's really becoming over as a babyface now with the fans, which I like. That she doesn't need Big Cass and Enzo to come out to like put her over in a sense. She could do it all by herself. So, but yeah, Emma's just she's a great worker, but I don't know what it is. Like, she's just kind of dead faced when she's in there. She shows no personality. She's just like generic heel number 2. You know what I mean?
You know what's sad? Nina Brooks kind of outshined her.
And it's in a bit, yeah.
It's sad, but it's the truth. Like, I know that I feel like that's why people give Dana that extra shade, because she outshines Emma. But the other thing is, like, Emma, it's not the role for her. They haven't found a role for Emma. Emma's still, Nikki, you said it. She is the generic heel, period. It's not like she's the generic heel. She is. She's just basic, just filling a void over there. She's just working. That's it. Just jobbing. But I like the match. I feel like this was Carmella's best showing. Like, the girl was working. Like, she was doing spots. She was here.
Oh my god, the chain wrestling in the beginning was on point.
Good job, Carmella. Good fucking job, girl. You are growing. I really like Carmella's outfit, everything. And I thought the match was fun, but Dana Brooks was so entertaining outside the ring. People hate this girl for no reason. I think she's a great character on TV. She's such a bitch. I love the tone in her voice. People are like, ooh, she sounds like she's reading a teleprompter. I like it.
She's got a real raspy voice to her, too.
It. It's so different. And I also like that she's not too loud outside of the apron. Like, you don't hear her, come on, yeah. You don't hear none of that. But you see her mouth moving. You see her hands going this way and that way. You see her, like, talking her shit, but you don't hear her.
Yeah, and she's not staying still, which is good. Because I hate when the girls are out there and they just stand like they're little statues the whole time.
She works it. And you know what? If Dana Brooks, I think she could become a good manager. I really do. I see it in her. They compare her up with a superstar, and I can see her out there. Just even her poise, the way that she rests her arm on the apron, she looks so good.
You are just loving Dana Brooks.
I do. I don't know why.
Even how she rests her arm on that apron, she is slaying.
She's slaying because you know why? She had those gloves on, the sexy gloves on.
She looked cute. Mitchell's not a big fan of her, but he said, he's like, oh my god, she looks cute. I like her hair, I like her little bun on the top there too.
She looks hot. So I'm like, I'm here for Dana Brooks. And I really feel like she's going to be the one that she's going to prove a lot of people wrong. And I'm staying on her boat. I'm staying for the ride. So, Dana, you keep doing what you do. You're doing a good job. Don't listen to the haters. So.
I used to be a hater, but I'm not a hater anymore. So, continue your good progress, Dana. But let's talk about a girl who wants to wrestle in NXT, but William Regal's like, boo, you're not ready for it. We've seen Eva Marie training with, I don't know which girl she was wrestling.
I think her name is Jasmine. She's one of the.
Oh, okay. She was one of the new signees.
Yeah.
I think she's Canadian, actually.
Yeah, she's like
Arabian Canadian,
yeah,
right?
like Arabian Canadian, beautiful girl.
Is she like a cousin of Sami Zayn or something, or like?
I don't think so. She looks like a long lost Kardashian.
She's real cute. I think she was one of the girls in Tyler Breeze's entrance, wasn't she?
I'm not sure.
Maybe. I'd have to go back. But yeah, so Eva was kind of just doing some chain grappling with her. William Regal and Sarah Amato, the first time we actually seen her on NXT. We was just watching her, studying her. And what I love about NXT is the realness behind it all. You know what I mean? Like, we see the trainers, especially with the Finn Balor promo. I really wanted to make mention of when they showed Triple H helping him with his entrance. I just thought that was cool. So cool. And about the cameras and settings, and said, you know what, he doesn't need any wrestling training per sense, because he's got that down, but he doesn't know anything about selling yourself to the cameras. So I just thought, as a fan's perspective, it was so cool to see that, and to him talking to the cameramans, and okay, you're just a little bit further right there is perfect. Yeah, I'll get you right here when you do that. I'm just like, so much detail and work goes into it that we just really take for granted in a sense. So, but yeah, I love that. So what did you think of Eva's training?
Like you said, like, the realness. This is why earlier when I said the cinematography for NXT is on point, I want to smack everybody in the production crew's ass. Like, it's amazing. Like, the thought of showing Eva Marie train on TV was fucking genius.
On NXT as well.
Like, this is what everybody's been saying she needs. And NXT is like, okay, we're going to show you what you guys want. Here you go. You know, that's why people love NXT. That's exactly why. We talked about it. We bitched about it. We got it. Boom. Eva Marie's over there training. I thought she did a good job. She was over there. She kept her breath. You know, yeah, she could work on it. Like, I don't give... Like, people are so hard on her. They want her to come in and be freaking Sarah Amato herself. Like, no, it ain't gonna... It ain't gonna
I know,
happen.
start being like the fabulous Moolah, pulling out all this crazy.
It's not gonna happen overnight, but the girl she's progressing. And Sarah was sitting over there with her red lips. I was like, yes, bitch, but I gotta see me talk. I was like, she looked flawless, but she didn't look impressed.
No, she did.
But like, I gotta give it to Eva. Kudos to you. Good job. You are working really hard. It's clear as day WWE has major plans for you. They are even in the E special. Mark Carano, because Natty came in to talk about the Bellas leaving to Mark, talking about now she wants a title push, and they were like, well, we got that planned for Eva, and blah, blah, blah. That's how yeah, he told us straight up. He's like, well, you know, it's obviously for TV to cause the drama with the divas. WWE knows what they're doing. They're causing the drama for the girls. So,
to be honest, the girls make it easy, too.
Yeah, super easy. Especially Nikki. Nikki's so gullible. You could shit on her head and tell her to rain. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they were saying that they're trying to bred Eva Marie into becoming the next top diva because of the look. There's a lot of companies that keep reaching out and requesting for Eva, but the key is she got to learn how to wrestle. That's why they sent Eva off. I'm so glad she's on NXT, and I'm so glad that she's wrestling and she's progressing and everybody's seeing something, because anything's gonna be better than what she last showed us. So I'm happy for her and I'm excited to see her in the ring. Love her or hate her, everybody is waiting for Eva to come out and have that first match back.
Everybody's waiting to see if she's going to either succeed or if she's going to fail. But at the end of the day, they're going to be watching. That's the thing with Eva. And I'm really excited to see her wrestle down in NXT as well. Like, our fantasy booking series, that's who I'm focusing on, is Eva and her progression down in NXT if they really start showing her wrestle on TV. So I've almost got that together, so that'll be coming out here soon. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what she can bring to the table. And I liked how, like, she had her backstage promo last week with Regal asking, and he's like, well, I need to see what you can offer first. So, like, it's just, it adds a sense of realism to it, and I really appreciate that.
That's perfect. And Regal is the best general manager. Like, come on. Like, let's get the authority out of the picture, and let's give Regal a push up there. But then again, Regal is doing...
To be honest, I don't even want to, like, take Regal away from NXT.
I was just going to say that. And then again, like, it would strip away from the greatness down at NXT because he's so good on it. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, thank god they don't have JBL as GM anymore.
Oh, they knew what they were doing there. They were like, let's get rid of him. No. And Regal's doing a phenomenal job. It's just amazing. And Eva, good luck. I'm so happy for her. And I'm hearing that, I don't want no spoilers, so nobody tweeted to me that she's about to have her debut match back with NXT in the next taping, I believe it is.
Oh, I've stayed away from NXT spoilers this week as well, so I don't know what's coming up. So that'd be interesting to see. I wonder who she'll wrestle for her first time.
Maybe Blue Pants?
Either Blue Pants or, either Blue Pants or one of the Australian girls, I think would be good.
Yeah. Oh, Zara made her NXT debut. Well, not really, because she was a Rosebud as well. But she was in a backstage segment with Gianna, Jessie McKay, and Jasmine, I believe. They were all backstage by the vending machine when Bull Dempsey was beating up the vending machine.
What a mess that is.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So Zara looked hot from the distance. She's another one I can't wait to see debut.
I'm excited, and I think she's off injury now. I don't think she was wearing a sling, was she?
No, she wasn't. No, I don't think so. I don't know. I just can't wait to see it. The girl got great taste in music, you guys. Man,
and she's got great taste in men.
Clearly. She's just a dope-ass chick. And that's what I want her gimmick to be. Just dope. She's dope. She's cool. She's laid back. That's just Zara. And... I can't wait to see. Like, Gianna has that gimmick, that little hip-hop street dancer.
I'm excited for that.
A lot of people say that she did great. She got a lot of good reviews online. But I'm not here for the outfit. She looks like Enzo Amari's kid sister. So, no.
Yeah, usually first-time outfits for their debuts are, like, real ratchet anyway, so I wasn't expecting anything like Eva Marie glamorous for her first time. So,
do you think Eva's going to change her attire for her return?
Do you think so?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think she has a great
Yeah,
cut
me
for
too.
like her tops. I love her tops. I feel like they fit her really nice, and it stands out, and it kind of gives me like a Maurice vibe in a sense. Like I always loved
I
Maurice's
think
outfit.
I think she might change it just to step away from her old image, you know, how she used to be. So
Hmm.
she might have to change it just to freshen it up. Like this is the new Eva Marie. It would make sense if they
What
wanted
would
to do
you
that.
like for? Would you like to see her in tights, little short shorts still, or like pants? Like what?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe shorts, maybe a different top, maybe a different design. I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't want her to wear like a onesie piece again.
No, I didn't like that. I look like a big old diaper.
But good luck to you, Eva. I'm excited to see what you can bring to the table. And really, all the NXT women down there are only going to benefit her
Right?
when she's wrestling.
Right.
So, you guys need to give her some slack. At the
For
end of the
real.
day, we all bitched about wanting her in NXT. She's here now, so
So,
shut the fuck up, please.
thank you, Nick. Thank you.
But let's move on to backstage, where two girls wouldn't shut up about wanting to be the NXT Women's Champion. And so Emma and Dana are backstage in the locker room. The NXT Women's title is hanging off of the locker. They're kind of staring at it. Devin Taylor comes running back again. She's like, "Guys, what are you doing here? I was supposed to interview Sasha." And Dana gets her little tap on the head on Devin.
Love it.
Sasha comes in. She's like, "What are you guys doing here?" They're chirping back and forth. They say they want that championship. They say nobody likes her here, and that they and I think Sasha said that she can take them both on. She
Yeah.
doesn't need any help. She's like, "Well," Emma's like, "Well, looks like you need a partner." And she's like, "You know what? I'll find one." And so she took the title and left. So I'm wondering, who is Sasha's partner going to be?
Ooh. I don't know. But
Mitchell said it may be Eva, actually.
that'd be. No, I think it's going to be Charlotte.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah, because Dana Brooke talking shit about Charlotte last week. Charlotte said that when she sees her, she sees her. So I love that they haven't like really seen each other, but they keep trashing each other. So that's why I like. All right, Sasha is my. Charlotte is my girl, and I like her nemesis. I just love when Dana calls her whack and talks shit about her. So, and I like how last week Charlotte just had her hair up in a bun. Like when I see her, I see her. That's all it is. So I think it's gonna be Charlotte that's gonna come out and beat on Dana's ass. She's just gonna whip Dana's ass.
So I think what's probably going to happen is Sasha's probably going to. Do you think it will be a handicap match, or do you think it will be like Dana versus Sasha, or like Emma versus Sasha, and then afterwards they beat her down, Charlotte makes the save or something?
I think like Sasha's gonna have trouble finding a partner because she's the boss and nobody likes her, which would
Right.
be believable.
Well, she's a bitch down in NXT.
Yeah, which
really,
we
though.
love. And I feel like Charlotte, when the bell rings and they get ready to beat up on Sasha, I think that's when Charlotte's theme song will hit, and then she'll come out.
Okay, and I guess if you really, the great thing about NXT is that you can look back at like the history of relationships with these divas.
Mm-hmm.
If you look back at it, Charlotte and Sasha, when Sasha won her title, like that respect. So maybe they can kind of like build off that, like I don't like you, but I respect you, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then you got this new loudmouth girl backstage talking about that she wants to be champion, and then she's talking shit about Charlotte, and now you want to go after the women's championship, girl. Bye. Like I love it. I want to make a quick little mention about Dev Taylor. Am I the only one who always has trouble hearing her before she starts her interviews? She comes off so low. She goes, "Hey, so William Regal," blah, 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 and then she picks up her voice. I always have trouble hearing her on that mic. Am I the only one? You hear her just fine?
Yeah, I don't. I barely really hear. I really don't
never
pay
hear
too much
her.
attention to her. But she does have a really kind of or like a quiet, like kind of calming voice. So
she needs to knock that off. Like
no, yeah, she needs to step it up. Honestly, I'd rather just see her in the ring at this point. Like, I'm sorry, the backstage interviewer role, girl, is just not for you. Like, they've stuck her there for way too long.
I think it's because they haven't figured out what the hell she's gonna wear because all her outfits are god awful.
I seen an outfit of her with this ratchet little tiny pink purse and like,
my God.
I don't know what her gimmick is.
No. Kid, she looks a hot ass mess in that ring. She looks like she was dressed in the dark. or dipped in glue, dragged across the flea market. Like, all the garbage is on her. Nothing makes sense. I saw her in this red thing. It had like a tarp in the middle. It made her look so.
Jesus.
Oh my god, it was terrible. She was teaming. I think she was going up against Lena, the big girl, Rock's cousin.
Oh yeah, I seen her too on a live event. She looks pretty scary.
I can't wait for her debut. I'm so curious to see how they're gonna introduce this girl. You know what I mean?
Do you think they'll give her like the Awesome Kong kind of role, like the Karma role, coming in taking out the divas?
I feel like that's the way they should go.
I think that would be pretty cool, and then have all the divas align and like take her down.
I don't know.
But she's so green is the thing too. It's like, well, like
she needs work because some girl that big to come out and do something like that, you got to be like seasoned.
Right.
Like,
well, it was different with Karma because she was seasoned, and we're like, oh god, she will destroy these girls. Like,
yeah.
But I can see that with Lena though. Eventually,
I feel like they need to keep her out of TV for a good time and keep working on her, so she can come out and wow us.
Oh yeah, she needs to be a slow build for sure.
She definitely needs to keep working on it. I can see her debuting maybe late 2016.
Yeah, and I can see them kind of starting it with promos like a couple weeks before, like kind of building up to like this scary monster diva, you know.
Right. Slowly introduce us to her.
Right. But yeah, there's so many great things going down in NXT. But what did you think of the segment, like Sasha? Mitchell hated Dana on the mic. He says that she just sounds so forced and so like annoying. But I guess that's her character in a sense. So I mean, it's working. I don't know. I'm still not set on the pairing of Emma and Dana. I just feel like Dana, is overshadowing Emma completely, just personality wise.
I don't know what Emma is fucking thinking. And it's so frustrating to me because I like her. I really like the girl. And, like, no matter what she does, I still like her. It's so weird. But, like, it's like, Emma, show me some personality, bitch. Wake up. I just want to shake her. That's why I'm like, your best role is to go ask Sister Abigail and be the quiet, timid one. And when you get your chance to talk in the mic, go ahead and do your promo. But other than that, be quirky and awkward in the background. You know? Because other than that, I don't see where she's going to go. This girl she has no personality. You're in an easy ass role. Everybody wants to be a heel. And you can't even do it. You can't even pull off being a heel successful. A heel is one of the easiest things to do. All you do is talk shit and show personality. But you don't have anything.
She hasn't even really cut any promos. I mean, and the ones she has, she's just so, like, lackluster. Like, there's no passion in her voice. And it's like, I'm not saying that she's not passionate for the business, because I know she is. Like, I know this is what she's wanted to do. So I just want to see that, though, you know? Like, I'm not seeing anything with this girl. I love her, like, she looks great, like, physically. Like, her hair's on point now. Like, her outfit's beautiful. But it's just, girl, like, you need to do something with this gimmick. Like, if you're a bitter heel, like, start being bitter, start really, like, just going for girls' throats, being like a jealousy type of angle. Just do something. Even start, like, getting jealous over Dana would be really cool.
That would be really, really cool. Like, I've been here longer and this girl's getting more attention than me.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's so good, Nikki. Look at us. Look at us. Put us in
Look at us. We are fabulous.
I know. It just let us come up with concepts. But the thing with Emma, like, this is what I really want to do with Emma. I really want to sit down and have a conversation with her and just be real with her. Like, girl, I love you. It's not working. Like, what is up your ass? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, something is not clicking. And that's the only way I feel like I can get through to her. And then people are like, well, it's not her fault. It's WWE's fault because they're holding her back and blah, 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 blah. No, that's not the case with Emma. They're giving this girl opportunity after opportunity. They don't control her face or her mannerisms. They don't.
That's on her.
That's on her. And she's not giving us anything at all. And it's frustrating. I wonder what her peers say to her, like Paige, who's doing phenomenal, Sasha and Charlotte. I want to know what do they have to say to her? Like,
you know what? Summer Rae's real blunt with everybody. What does she have to say? Like, Summer is great on the mic. If you want to be a heel, go to Summer Rae and ask for some pointers. I mean, come on now.
She needs something. I don't know. Like, I don't know, Emma. I really don't know. I feel like you're in trouble by next year, by the end of
I
this
know,
year.
and I don't want to see her go,
I
but
don't.
I'm afraid for her.
And if it happens, I'm not even gonna say it. If it happens, I'm not gonna be surprised that she's one of the girls that they let go. I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not. I'm gonna be like, yo, they gave her time. That whole incident happened with her. They rehired her. They gave her a second chance. But I mean, like, she's not doing anything with it at all. I
I
feel like,
know.
could
She's
it
a
be?
great worker is the thing though. Like she can work. She's a great wrestler, but
Do you think?
when you can't just be a good wrestler. You need to have us engaged when you're wrestling and backstage and everything, you know.
Do you
But
think like how that all went down with the Walmart thing and how public it was? I think that kind of affected her.
I was gonna say, do you think it was either that or something personal in her life is affecting her? Because it just seems like there's a disconnect with her character that she's trying to
I
portray.
don't know.
Because even on Total Divas, like she's got a good personality. So I'm confused. Really confused by Emma.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. If it's the Walmart thing, I don't know if she's just not connecting with the
Maybe
heel
I feel
thing.
like she got a lot of hate from the fans after that whole
So
incident.
she felt defeated, maybe.
Defeated, just like
But the
at the
fans,
bottom of the barrel,
I
kind of
mean, Emma.
floating around, then looking at her position on the main roster. Like Santino's gone. I'm a mess. I'm by myself. Like I'm not doing anything. I have no character. I'm just dancing around like a fucking idiot.
I can,
so
yeah.
so I could see why she's frustrated, but that's why I'm confused. Like I thought, really, when she turned heel, that would be like, all right, I've got the ball now, I'm rolling with it. Like I have my opportunity, I'm taking it now. Like I'll prove all you wrong. But she's just not.
I feel like she's so passive. Like,
Yeah, it's too reserved of a heel. It's just
yeah, too much.
yeah.
She needs to. I think you need to open your mouth, Emma, backstage. You need to open your mouth and be like, I need a talk. I need a mic. You got to do something, Emma. You got to fight for your position. They're not going to give it to you. Take it. Listen to Dana Brooks' theme song when you come out the next time. What is it? Respect is not brought to those waiting for it or some shit like that. You can't wait for respect. You got to go take it. I like that theme song. But
I like it too. I like the beginning of it too, with
Mhm.
that kind of whoosh.
yeah, I feel like it's a sword, like the.
Yeah.
I
Like a
it.
Gail Kim kind of Naomi's sword going on.
A katana.
But other than NXT, anything else you want to mention? Because I know we've gone an hour, 40 minutes. So
Yeah, but we have a recording of 1:35.
oh, okay.
Yeah, we're about the same time we usually wrap up things. I feel like we talked about a lot.
I think we dug right into Tough Enough. I feel like we spent a lot of time there, which is good, and NXT too. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in NXT. So
do we have anything else we need to mention quickly? Well, we can mention that The Rock returned over the weekend in Boston.
Really, I wasn't that big of a fan of it. Like they didn't even have a good recording of it. You know what I mean? Like they should have at least had the WWE studio thing record it at the live event. Ooh. I was just kind of confused.
I want to make a quick little mention about Xavier Woods' channel, Up Down Down. It's on YouTube. It's a gamers channel. It's just a channel where he sits down with other WWE superstars and he games with them. And he had a Mortal Kombat tournament with Jey Uso, himself, Heath Slater, Sami Mandow, and a couple of other guys, Kofi Kingston, and it was so much fun. It was exciting. It was funny as hell. And Xavier had the whole competition. I'm not going to tell the listeners who won because I want you guys to go watch it. I think it's so freaking hilarious. And he also has a video with Brad Maddox. And they're playing the Lego Batman game together, and it was hilarious. So I suggest all the gamers.
Okay, that's why you love it.
Oh, shut up, you little bitch!
You're like,
but you're right.
God,
but you're right. That's why I went there because I typed in Brad Maddox and I put this week on my YouTube
you were
search.
doing your daily YouTube search of Brad Maddox.
Yes, because he has live show wrestling. Like when he goes to live shows, he wrestles. So sometimes fans record it and they get to watch it because he is a great wrestler, and it's just so sad that not many people have seen him wrestle, and
he needs to show up in NXT.
Oh, I wish. That's where I want him to be. in
I think
NXT.
he will eventually. I got a feeling. Like, he's been doing all of these live events. They have to be doing something with them. Because, I mean, they did that with Zack Ryder forever. You know, we never seen him on TV, but he'd be working on the live events, and he'd be doing all of these things, and now you see him here and there. So, I feel like I don't, like, Brad Maddox is too much of a cutie with a booty to just be on the main roster, just, oh, here we go, squash match, here you go, Brad Maddox kind of thing. I want him to be established in NXT. You know something? I was just thinking earlier how we said William Regal's a great GM, but I would really, I'd even like to see Brad Maddox like return, start down in NXT. Maybe because I know he used to be the general manager, so be the assistant first, turn into the GM, and then start wrestling. Like kind of build himself into it again.
Or I could see him coming in NXT and go straight in the tag team division. You know, find one of the guys backstage that haven't like debuted yet and pair them up with Maddox. Have Maddox come up with them and be like, I was the GM of Raw. I was booking matches. Da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it takes to get on the main roster. And da-da-da-da. You know, and get somebody with him.
Right. You know what? I'd like him with Jason Jordan compared to that. Who's that guy that he's
Gable?
trying? Yeah,
or
Chad Gable. Like,
yeah.
What? I'm not here for it. But
He's
yeah.
a good wrestler, though. It's been said he's an awesome wrestler.
Oh, is he? Oh.
But Brad is a former FCW tag team champion with what is it? Riley? What is it? Dolph Ziggler's brother, his little brother. They used to be tag team champs, and he's a great tag team wrestler. So I want to see Bradley in the tag team division, and tag team division is hot around this time of year. I mean, this time around, and there's never been that much focus in tag team wrestling in a while.
Really, and in like you said, summertime is a really good time for the tag teams because they always do like really fun, interesting matches and stuff. In NXT, I feel like the tag team. Who are the tag team champs in NXT right now?
It's
Blake and Murphy, right? Yeah. And next week we got Enzo and Big Cass versus the Vaudevillains, and whoever wins that gets a tag.
I'm over that gimmick. The Vaudevillains never got it.
Oh yeah, I'm not here for him either.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, did you see Renee Young Unfiltered this week? I didn't catch it.
No, I didn't. Why? Who did she have on?
I don't know.